Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Anjola and I am starting this YouTube platform today to be talking about beauty, lifestyle, nursing, and vlogging. So today starts my first video of the nursing series, and I will be talking about how I got into nursing school at 18. So if you're fresh out of high school or you're applying to nursing school soon, or if you just want to watch it for fun, well, welcome to my channel and I hope you like it. I am also open to feedback and any commentary, so comment down below. Thank you, and let's get started. Alright guys, welcome back to the video. So a little bit background about me is I did graduate high school at 17. I am currently 19 right now and I am starting nursing school this fall, which means August. If you see me looking down, it's because I wrote some points on my laptop that I don't want to forget or don't want to forget saying. So a little bit background about me once again is I did go to community college straight out of high school, which I highly recommend. Like I can't stress this enough. Go to community college, guys. Like it is really the best thing. Like I can argue for it any day. I can make a whole separate video about community college. So I went to Houston Community College and I spoke to my advisor and let her know that I wanted to become a nurse and I wanted to get into a nursing program. So the first step I would recommend is definitely talking to someone, whether it be the nursing school you want to go to because they have academic advisors, or your institution, whether it be a 4-year, a 2-year, a vocational, anyone, just talk to an advisor. So that's what I did. And so if you have any other questions on like how I got into community college, which you shouldn't have questions on that, or, you know, deciding between a 4-year or HESI, I went to HESI, or deciding between a community college, then just let me know down below. So let's get started into the first topic, which is prerequisites, which is like the first thing you should be thinking about when you're trying to get into nursing school. What classes should I take? All right, guys, so let me start talking about the prerequisites, which are the main part, the vital parts you need to apply to nursing school. So when I was thinking about the classes that I wanted to do, I went to my academic advisor, and guys, go to your academic advisor with a grain of salt because they do not know the nursing program you want to apply to. Like many nursing programs have different things they want you to do. So what I recommend is whatever nursing school you're looking at, just search them up on Google and look for where they have like nursing prerequisites and take note, like literally create a notes. Like guys, let me show you. I have like a whole notes app on what I needed to get into nursing school. So that's like the first step you need to do. Whether write on your phone or on paper, write down what prerequisites they need and make sure that your courses that you're going to take is transferable. I am going to put like on the screen somewhere, I'm not used to this, but I'm going to put on the screen somewhere how it looked for me when I was applying to UT Health. They had like a prerequisite page with so many institutions. So like, let's say they'll have like their transfer requirements, and then they'll have like San Jacinto State University or UT Austin, Houston Community College, like all these universities and what like number like they can take, what transfer number they will take. So that was very helpful for me, and I just kept looking at that continuously when, you know, picking the classes that I was going to apply to. Another thing is that most nursing schools, they do have this thing where it's like you can apply to the nursing school with 48 out of 60 credit hours, just so you know you get accepted and you're just finishing up and rounding up the prerequisites, but you know that you're already in the nursing program. I didn't do that. However, I finished my 60 credit hours only because I was taking chemistry my last semester. Another thing I do recommend for the prerequisites is, guys, do not take all your hard classes together. It will get overwhelming, like especially with anatomy. If you know my anatomy people know how that was hard. Definitely, you know, prioritize how you're going to take your classes and, you know, get your life right so you're not struggling or anything like that. But what I did was I just like set a plan for myself. I put like fall 2021, spring 2022, what classes I was gonna take and stuff like that. So that's what I did. And I will be listing the classes that my nursing program told me to take and how all of them were transferable. So that is all for the actually no guys. The prerequisites, I know they say that like they have like the admission scores to help you, but the prerequisites is your first step to, you know, getting into nursing school. It's the first thing they're going to see, and you want to work really, really hard on them, especially your science prerequisites. So guys, do very well on that. All right, guys, I will now be talking about the GPA, which is another part of the application process that the admissions team will be looking at. So for nursing school, I don't know about other majors, but the admission, like the team, they will be looking at 2 GPAs. They're gonna calculate your science GPA and your regular GPA. So I'll speak on the science GPA first. The science GPA just consists of the science prerequisites that the school wants, which is like, mine was anatomy 2, microbiology, and chemistry, and then their labs. So that was the science GPA. I mean, that was the science, like what the science GPA consisted of. And then the regular GPA is the science GPA plus, you know, all the other classes that all majors usually take, like history, government, English, art, like stuff like that. So for my science GPA, I got a 4.0 for my science GPA, which just meant getting A's in all my science GPA. And then for the regular GPA, I had a 3.85, guys, sorry, ignore the noise in the background. But I got a 3.85 on my regular GPA. And I really want you guys to, you know, all courses, like all the classes should be treated equally. You should strive to get all A's or get really high grades in all the courses, but really focus on your science GPA, because if you don't do well in anatomy, they feel like nursing schools will probably feel like, if you didn't get it right in anatomy, how will you move forward? Because everything is a continuation. You're gonna see anatomy again in nursing school, and they don't want someone that's not strong in that subject to move on and then be struggling later on. So you guys really focus. It's not only about the grade, it's also about learning. So make sure you learn and make sure you get good grades. I think I already mentioned what GPA I did get, but yeah, that is all for the GPA. Just make sure to be checking your transcripts every single semester, just seeing how it goes up. And also check your the nursing schools, because some of them do have like the minimum you can get. Like for my school, the school that I got accepted into, the minimum GPA they had for the science and the regular GPA was a 3.0. And for both of them, but I know some schools, they do have like the minimum GPA for science you can get is like a 3.5, and then for regular it's a 3.0. So just make sure you're checking in with your school. Like guys, make their website your best friend. Like start it on your website, like start on your page. You need to make sure to Google the schools, because not one school is alike. So that is all for the GPA portion. I will put the stats on the corner if you guys want to see it, the science and the regular GPA. And I will put my transcript on there so you guys can also see like the grades that I got and how I also took the classes, like how I took my prerequisite classes. So yeah. All right, guys, let's get into the HESI and the T-scores, otherwise known as the admission test. So like I said, not all nursing schools are the same. So look into your institution that you want to go into and check what, you know, requirements they have. The school that I applied to 3 schools. The first school was UT Austin. They did not require any admission exam, which is great, but you also know, like, if you don't have your admission exam, it means they can only base off of you on your essay and your GPA. So do very strong on that. For UT Health, I had the HESI score was a requirement, and then for Texas Women's, the T's score was a requirement. So I just did both, you know, to make my chances more. So I would recommend you do both. Just do both. So, you know, like, let's say you can just apply to many schools with both and, you know, increase your chances. But if you do have like a set dream school, you know, just take their exam. Okay, so for it, I'm gonna compare both exams. The HESI was easier for me. I don't know about other people, but the HESI was easier for me than the T's. It was, I don't know, it was just like basic things you learned in high school and in the institution you went to where you did your prereqs, while the T's was a little bit tedious for me. I don't know what it was just super, it wasn't even like the science part was hard for me, it was the reading part. And it's like, how do you study for a reading part? That's the part that got me, but I don't know, other people say the T's is easier than the HESI, but like I said, try to take both and take it not as much as you can, because I know some schools only allow the HESI twice. I don't know, I'm sure about the T's, but mostly the HESI is twice. So just, you know, look into that. So I can speak more on the HESI exam. I can also speak on the T's, but I'll speak more on the HESI on how I like studied for it. So I started studying for the HESI the minute I found out that the institution that I wanted to get into required the HESI. The HESI is basically made out of, I think, 7 subjects, but each school, like, it lets you know what subjects they need. Like mine needed all 7, which was, I believe, anatomy, math, English, vocabulary. I'll put it on the screen because I can't remember it often, but that's what it consisted of, while the T's only consisted of like 4. It was chemistry, no, I think it was just science, and then like math and reading. I think that's what it was. So for the HESI, I was trying to use like textbooks, like go to a library and try to use textbooks, but it wasn't very efficient for me. I think Nurse Hub was the best. I'm not even sponsored, but I highly recommend Nurse Hub. Like, just pay for the subscription per month, and really, like, it teaches you. That's the thing that I love about it. It's not just like questions and practice questions. It gives you a whole lesson and then lets you put like the lesson, like see what you know. So that's what I really recommend about it. The only con to Nurse Hub is that once you finish a test, it doesn't like reload the test. So let's say you finish all 4 exams and you want to take them again to like know more. It's the same questions. You already know the answer because it literally tells you the answer. So that's the only problem with Nurse Hub. But other than that, it is fantastic. I believe that some questions probably repeated from Nurse Hub on my HESI exam. Another thing that I would use is Quizlet, guys. Quizlet really helped me, only because it was like a refresher from the anatomy classes I was already taking, and the chemistry and the biology. So I really recommend Quizlet. I will link some Quizlet links down below that help me, but the anatomy Quizlet, you guys, really focus on that Quizlet. Like, I kid you not, that is what you need to focus on. My light just went out, but we're gonna try to do this without my light. All right, so for the T's exam, I literally started studying for the T's 2 days before my exam, because I was still thinking about whether or not I wanted to apply to that institution. And then when I found out that I wanted to apply, I was applying for the T's like right away. So I can't really say how I studied for the T's. I just had like a memory from like Nurse Hub. Like I took like the free Nurse Hub practice questions and just went from there, but there wasn't really like a set thing. Like I didn't have like a plan for the T's for studying like I did for the HESI. But I believe the T's is still made out of, you know, everything you learned in your prereqs or in high school. So it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. The math is okay, the science is okay. The only part for me that was a little bit tedious was the reading, like I said. But definitely Nurse Hub, because they do have a HESI part and they do have a T's part. But yeah, that's what I can say. And another tip that this girl introduced me to it, but she has like a planner, and she wrote when her exam was, and then each day what she wanted to study, or each week what she wanted to study, whether it be, you know, math on this day for 2 hours and, you know, reading on the next day for 2 hours. So just find, you know, how well you study, and, you know, make a plan for the HESI, because it is really crucial. Like I said, some schools do not have like the essay, and all you have to wow them is your prerequisites, your GPA, and your admission score. So you obviously want to do your best on both. So that is all I do have for the HESI and T's. I can make a separate video on the HESI and the T's, like if you want to know more information about it, especially the HESI, because I was studying for a year before I took the HESI. So let me guys know in the comments. All right, guys, another part of the admission decision process is your application essay. Some schools do not require it, while others, it is the deciding factor. So really write your best and be 100% honest and heartfelt into it. It is the deciding factor, like I said, and it's just a part to talk about you, what they don't know about you. So don't talk about your grades or your, you know, you know, you got awards or something. Talk about you, talk about stories that make you you, because other people are going to be the same. There's going to be many people with the same GPA as you, but no one has the same story as you. So sell that. Let them know that you are right for their school. I would say start thinking about what you want to write like 2 months before you turn in your application, only because like when the application deadline starts coming like close, you start getting overwhelmed, like, oh my God, is my essay okay? Oh my God, who's gonna read my essay? Who's gonna do this? And if you do it ahead of time, you have room for like corrections and improvements. So definitely, you know, look into that first and look into what you want to write. I know some schools usually have like prompts you have to follow, so definitely stick with the prompt, but make it yours. So if anyone wants to read my essay, I don't mind sharing that with you guys and just seeing how, you know, what I wrote about and the prompt. And you can also go on Google and look at other people's nursing school prompts for their admission. But really focus on your admission essay if it is required. Because like I said, it makes you you. They don't know who you are. All they see are your stats. And you want them to know that you need me in your school. And that's what can sell them. So that is all for the admission essay. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna be talking about my admission decisions, yay. So like I said before, I applied to 3 schools, UT Austin, UT Health, and Texas Women's. If you feel like you wanna apply to other schools, go for it. I know some people that only applied to 1 school and they got in, you know, God is great. So definitely, you know, apply to a lot of schools or apply to as many schools as you want. For me, I got into Texas Women's, and I will show you guys like what I got in. I applied in February and I got the acceptance like ending of March. Yeah, I got the acceptance ending of March. So that was like a month turnaround. And then for UT Health, I also got in and I applied January 17th. I remember the exact day. I was super excited. I applied January 17th and I heard back around April 12th, around that time frame. Now, I applied to UT Austin January 17th and they still haven't gotten back to me, but they'll get back to me in Jesus' name and it will be a praise. So those are my admission decisions, and you guys have like the stats that I got with my HESI, my T's. You know, I told you UT Health had the HESI and I got a 94, and then Texas Women's had the T's and I got a 92 or a 91. And then, you know, UT Austin, like I mentioned, didn't have any HESI or T's, and all they had was my essay, and I really hope it sold them. I try to make mines different and more honest and everything. So those are my admission decisions. I will show you guys how like it looks like and how I got in. I also have like the reaction when I got them. I was super excited. So I do have a reaction from Texas Women's that I saw because it just came up. So I didn't really have time to like, you know, react. I just made a video like, guys, I got in. And then for UC Health, I have one like surprising my family and my friends that I got in that I will put in the next clip. So yeah, that is more of my admission decisions. I have not chosen what nursing school to go into. And it's March, right? I mean, it's May. It's ending of May, but I need to choose. I need to know where I'm going, but it's such a hard choice because it's like these nursing schools are so perfect in their own way. Like I really see myself in both nursing schools, but I will choose and I will let you guys know. But yeah, guys, that's all my admission decisions. And I hope any of you that want to go to the school too, once I go into the school that I do get into and you want to go into that school, I hope I can help you as well. All right, guys, that is the end of my video. Oh my God, I'm so excited because this is, like I said, it's my first video. So I can't wait to put it out for you guys and edit and everything. Make sure to comment down below, like I said, I'm open to feedback. Comment down below what you liked, what you disliked about the video, what you want to know more of, what you want to see from my page. Like I said, I am the real Angie. I am giving you guys all the real, like the real me. So make sure to comment down below. Also like and subscribe my videos so I know, you know, that you guys like my videos, and I want to know you guys as well. So subscribe so I can check y'all's page as well. So that is all for my video today, guys. Outro video.
So